Hi guys, so this is the much promised walk around of my 450. I've owned this for right about a year. This video is long overdue, so I'll just go over the basics of the bike, what I've done to it. It's a KX450 Supermoto. It's a 2008, so it does have a carburetor. It's the last year that has one. And I bought this bike pretty much stock, no exhaust, pretty much nothing. It didn't even have lights. It had a small brake. Only thing it came with was the Supermoto wheels. So let's just do front to back. Goldspeed Supermoto tire, 120, 320 millimeter brake disc. So the biggest they'll fit. It's actually a pain to take this out and put it back on. As you can see, we have green anodized wheel hubs. Looks pretty sick. I actually love those. The suspension is KYB fork. As you can see, it's got the black arms. It's pretty amazing. I got it pretty well dialed in for my weight, around 75, 78 kilos. The front is a Polysport Supermoto front fender with a eBay headlight. This is kind of like a WR 250 from 07 to 2012. It looks pretty sick. I actually really like the front end look of the bike. I used to have a KTM headlight on for the longest time, but I got sick of it, so I just took it out. The clutch, as you can see, it's unbreakable. Irony comes in now. I actually broke the unbreakable brake lever, so I just got some generic one. It really doesn't move. It's got a little hour meter on here on the side, just so I know when to do maintenance. It's got ignition with the key. You can only turn the bike on with the key, and there's also another trick which I can't tell you. Up next, full Akrapovic, full titanium and carbon fiber exhaust. Got a pretty sick deal on this. It's for the 06 model, not the 08. Only difference being this little bolt does not line up. Everything else perfectly fine. As you can see, it's titanium. It's already turning. The difference being after I put on the exhaust, much deeper sound. It sounds absolutely amazing. And performance-wise, it gave it some extra juice. But I also did a carburetor modification. I got a little James Dean jetting kit on the carb. Together with the Akrapovic, it makes a stunning combo. The power on the bike, it went from 0 to 100. Like, it had guts. It already had plenty of power, but after I did this, like, throttle response is just stupid. It's insanely powerful. I got a little bash plate on here. It's a plastic bash plate. It was custom made, and as you can see right here, we got a little GoPro mount. I'm playing around with a new angle where I just hold the GoPro right about here when I go to the twisties. I already have a video testing it. It didn't come out exactly as I wanted it to, but expect in the near future some video with this new angle. It's awesome because it captures like the front wheel, and you get a really good feel for the lean angle. So stock pegs, I got a what do you call this thing? Side stand put on there. As you can see, it's just like half-assed done here, but it's actually pretty strong. I used to kick the bike over on the stand until it started warping a little bit, so now I just stand on the bike and kick it regularly. What else? We got a 160 tire right here at the rear. It's a Mitish Sport Force Plus. It's not bad. It's nothing special. I have no complaints about it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I've got a bit of chain rub on here. It took away a little bit of the edge. It's not on the top, it's actually on the bottom. So maybe I can play around a little bit with the chain slider to get this fixed, but tire goes all the way to the edge. I have no complaints. It's never slipped down on me doing corners or wheeling or anything like that, so there's really nothing to it. Right here I got a little Enduro license plate support. If you watch Motonicity. It's the same kind of support he has. Cops don't like it because the license plate is like, they want it to be straight down, but that's not gonna happen. I had 3 license plate supports break where I just had a little piece of metal holding the license plate down. They just break. Last one survived for about 3 days. So I said, fuck it, I'll roll with this. They pulled me over once because of it, but I'll just pay the fine. I was wondering how I got the lights set up, because I have front lights, medium and high beams. I got the blinkers working, or indicators, whatever you call it, where you come from. The way I got it to work is with a little battery under the seat. I'm not sure if you can see into there, but there is a little battery right there in the subframe. I just charge it with a battery tender. I just hook it up to this little plug, and that keeps my battery charged. Lights are pretty intense. It's an LED at the front. I used to have problems with the lighting. It was pretty shitty for the longest time. So recently I just upgraded to a battery, and I have no complaints about it. Works really well. Really, it's not really annoying or a necessary effort. Whenever I get to the garage, I just put the bike on the side stand, hook up the plug, and I'm good. I know I'll have lighting for the longest time. So far, the longest I've ridden it with lights on constantly is 3 to 4 hours. It hasn't died, so yeah, hooray for that. Recently, I did a piston, valves, and head work on the bike. It gave it quite a lot more power. When it came back from the shop, it still had the stock exhaust and carb. It had noticeably more power. And just recently, like 1 month ago, I added the full Akrapovic and the carb jetting, and it's just fucking insane. I'm thinking about saving up some money and also buying a CBR 600 RR and having both bikes side by side. So I'm not sure what the future of the channel will be, what bike I'll be getting next, if I'll sell the KX, which I don't really want to, but I know I like to get a 600 and mix it up, like have both bikes on the channel. Sometimes go do some highway action, pulling with some friends. I know some that also have 600s. Last video I put up was with one of those guys. They both have Honda Hornets. Great bike, not that good in turns. At least I don't get a good feeling in the turns. I'd much rather have this bike, but power wise they're nice. So that is my bike.